Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Welcome to the Fears Podcast. Coffee first. Ah! Oh, yeah. What's up? Yo! What's up, you guys? Fears. Audience fears. How art is thou? I did spill a little bit of my coffee. Excuse me for a second. I'm just cleaning it up. Alright. There we are. Alright. What's up, you guys? Fears. Audience fears. I hope you guys are doing great. I hope you guys are doing fantastic. So what's the rule that we've learned today? Do not dance with coffee because coffee will go everywhere. It got all over my mug and it got all over my table. So there it is. There we are. Mm-hmm. All right, now it's all cleaned up. Next time I will not dance with coffee. Well, it is a little bit of a late stream. I almost didn't do a late stream today. I just thought I would, just take a break. But I thought, why not? I'm up. I'm not doing anything. And I just finished watching The Birds. Great film. I cannot wait to review it for you guys. Anyway, let's open up the chat, shall we? There we are. I just thought I would, There we go. Yo! What's up, Joey? You're kind of quiet, Fears. I got you on full blast. It's hard to hear. Is it? Hang on. Oh, it is. Yo! It is. What's up, Joe? I need to turn that up just a tad. Yeah. I don't know. My audio's been kind of quirky the last couple of days, and it's either been too loud or it's been too quiet. But I will turn it up. Give me 1 second. Okay, let's see. Let's see if that helps any. Okay, there we are. There we are. I hope that helps. Let's see here. Let me turn them all up. I hope that helps. Now, how does that sound? Does that sound any better, Joey? Let me listen to that back. See if that sounds any better. There we are. I hope that helps. Oh yeah, that sounds pretty good. Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Let me turn them all up. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. I hope that helps. Now, how does that sound? That sounds pretty good. Any better, Joey? That sounds pretty good. I just had to play it back just to make sure, so I hope that's better. Joey says that's better. All right, cool. Well, I'm guessing the last time I did a live stream, it must have been Sega's headphones, because that's why I turned it down, because Sega said I was literally, screaming at him, through his headset, even though I wasn't even screaming to begin with, So it must have been Sega's headset, because I turned it down, and then all of a sudden when I do a stream today, then Joey said, hey, Fears, it's a little quiet. And then I listened to it, and I was like, that is quiet. So, anyway. Check out my new Darth Vader t-shirt. Oh, yeah. So, there's Darth right here. And then check out what's on the back. How cool is this? Look at that. That's pretty sweet. So really, there's more on the back than what's on the front. Because whenever I bought this in Missouri, I thought the back was the front and the front was the back. And then I tried it on, and the lady's like, "Oh, you've got that on wrong." And I said, "Oh, I do." So I had to turn it around. I was like, "Oh, I'll still buy it." It was only like $4 or $5 at like some nerd shop. Now, I was going to put these on my car today, but I couldn't because it is still raining. It rained all of yesterday, all of today. I think it stopped for like 10 minutes. And right when I was about to go out there to put these on, it started raining again. So I was like, I'll just do it. Hopefully, later on in the week, hopefully, we get better, we get better weather. But the last 4 or 5 days, it's been rain. So there it is. So, I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, today's topics are, Fears is going to write in his little notebook the top 20 of my favorite films of all time. So I thought we'd start with that. Then after the top 20, we're going to be reviewing today Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds. Really good. If you guys have never seen it, oh man, it's so good. So good. And then I hadn't watched a Disney movie in quite a long time, so I watched the live-action version of Beauty and the Beast last night. So I watched this and this. I'm sorry. I watched Searching and Beauty and the Beast last night, and then I just watched this today. And I actually just got done watching The Birds like right before I started to stream. So there we are. So those are what's going on for the reviews today, my friends. But let's start with this top 20. Here we go. And I hope you guys have been enjoying your Monday. I think Randall's going to come visit me sometime either this week or next week. So I don't know. We'll see. I'll keep you updated. If he definitely does come, I'll definitely get some video footage of it. All right, here we go. So, top 20 favorite movies. Well, number one has to be Ghostbusters. So, Ghostbusters. Number 2, The Goonies. And actually, I've told this story before. The Goonies I actually saw before I saw Ghostbusters. So, yeah. All right, number 3. Halloween. The original Halloween with Michael Myers. Halloween. Let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Probably. Yo, what's up, Visions? Good to see you. He goes, all right now. Hell yeah, buddy. Hell yeah. Well, I was just telling everybody that it's been raining for like the last 5 days. Like, it stops here and there, but, I mean, it's like, it is a torrential downpour out there right now. It's insane. And then I was going to put these bumper stickers on my car. Well, not all of them, just, I think I'm going to go with this one, and then I'm going to go with, the one Joey suggested, the finger one, and that's about it. But every time I tried to go out there, it just kept raining, and I was like, oh, fuck this. I'm like, I'll do it another day. So, because I don't want to put those stickers on there, and then they get all, like, messed up. So, yeah. But right now, we're doing the top 20 of the Fears Man's favorite film. So far we got Ghostbusters, The Goonies, Halloween, of course, Escape from New York. Escape from New York. Probably the original Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, because I remember watching that all the time when I was a kid. So, not the new one with Johnny Depp, although the one with Johnny Depp is okay. It's watchable, but the Willy one, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, way better. So, Willy Wonka. And the Chocolate Factory. Hope everyone's having a good day. Let's see here. Phone booth. I love phone booth. Phone booth. Let's see here. If I can only pick 20. Yo, what's up, Pretend Stories? Good to see you. This is going to be hard because, you know, Fears likes a lot of movies. So it's going to be hard. So far I got Ghostbusters, The Goonies, Halloweeny, Escape from New York, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, Phone Booth, Christmas Vacation. I watch it all the time. Around Christmas. Christmas Vacation with Chevy Chase. Chevy Chase is fucking hilarious. A Christmas Carol. The 1950s one with Alistair Sims. That's right. So, A Christmas Carol. Starring Alistair Sims. If you guys have never seen that one, that's the 1950s one. He's British, because A Christmas Carol does take place in England, if anyone didn't know that. Vision says, howdy, Pretend Stories. It's nice that Fears can bring us all together. Hey, that's what I try and do. I try to keep the positive vibes up in the chat, outside the chat, online, offline. Hell yeah, Visions. I like that shirt. Well, thanks, buddy. I got it in Missouri. Fucking Darth Vader style. Lord Vader. Lord Vader, the most evil piece of shit in the galaxy. Well, he is. He goes from a nice, sweet Anakin Skywalker. Then he's a piece of shit as Darth Vader. You know, on the dark side. And then he goes back to being a good guy. So, at least it all ends well, you know. But oh my god, the most evil villain in the galaxy. Fucking Lord Vader. Well, Darth Sidious too. Darth Sidious is pretty evil too. Fucking Darth Sidious with his glowing red eyes and shit. Oh my lord. Oh man. Okay, let's see what we got here. Let's see. A Christmas Carol, Alistair Sims. Halloween 3. Halloween 3. I was going to put MacGyver down, but that's not really a movie. Indiana Jones series. Indiana Jones. I'm just going to pick all of them because I just can't pick one Indiana Jones because they're... Well, besides Dial of Destiny, I was a little bit disappointed with Dial of Destiny, but 1 through 4 is... Well, the first 3 are fantastic. 4 and 5, they're okay. They're alright. So, I'm going to put Indiana Jones 1 through 3. 1 through 3. Back to the Future series. All of those are good. I can't pick just one. Back to the Future series. Friday the 13th, Part 1 and Part 3. Because in Part 1, you hear, you know, the story about Jason, the legend of Jason, and then fucking Mrs. Voorhees comes in and kicks ass and takes names. Then she gets her fucking head chopped off. And then in the third one, he dons the hockey mask. So, Friday the 13th, 1 and 3. 1 and 3 are probably my ultimate favorite ones. If I had to pick any else in the Friday the 13th series, probably number 8 when he goes to Manhattan. And the space one's alright. The space one's pretty cool. Yeah. I mean, they're all good. But those are some of my faves. All right, let's continue on. Let's see here. Let's see, what else? What else? What else? Oh, Spaceballs. I love Spaceballs. It's fucking hilarious. It's probably one of Mel Brooks' best films ever. If I had to pick a second and a third one, probably Robin Hood, Men in Tights. That's fucking hilarious. I love Robin Hood, Men in Tights. And then probably a third one, probably his rip-off version of Frankenstein. That one's good too. So, Spaceballs. I don't understand why they didn't make a sequel to Spaceballs. You know what I'm saying? If anyone thinks they should make a sequel for Spaceballs, put it in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat. I think they should have. I'm just saying. I'm not pissed off that they didn't. It just would have been great if they would have. That's all I'm saying. All right. Let's see, what else? Oh! Mario Brothers, a live action. Mario Brothers live action. Mario Brothers live action. Nothing against the cartoon one. The cartoon one that I went to see with LC, that was pretty good too. I just grew up with the live action. All right, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right, so we need a few more. A Nightmare Before Christmas. That's probably one of my favorite Christmas movies. Well, actually, probably one of my favorite animated movies. I'd say a Nightmare Before Christmas and the original Aladdin. So I'm gonna put Aladdin because I saw Aladdin first. I saw Aladdin first, and then I saw A Nightmare Before Christmas when I was over in England. Me, my brother, my cousin Samantha, and my cousin Andrew went with my Uncle Tony, and we all went and saw A Nightmare Before Christmas in a British theater. So, Aladdin. I love Aladdin. Live action, cartoon, whatevs. And then A Nightmare Before Christmas. And you know, the funny thing about it is, Joey and Visions and everybody else pretend stories, I like A Nightmare Before Christmas so much, and I've went to Disney so many times. The very first time I went to Disney World, I think I was 5 or 6. And then the first time I went to Disneyland, I was like 14 or 15. But now that I have a season pass, I go all the time. I need to go here soon. Maybe one of these days, like after work. I'll either go after work or before work. Or maybe I'll just go on the weekend here in a couple of weeks. I've yet to get a photo with Jack Skellington. He comes out very rarely in the park. But he does. Him and Sally. And I've always wanted to get a picture taken with Sally and Jack Skellington. I haven't done it yet, so I got to keep my eyes open. Joey said they are making a Spaceballs 2. Are you serious? I got to find a trailer. Hang on, Joey. You better not be fucking with me. I need some more Spaceballs in my life. So if this is for real, I'm going to go absolutely crazy. Let me go to Google. Not that I don't believe you, Joey. Are they making a Spaceballs 2? I just want to confirm it, Joey. It's not that I don't believe you. Are they making a Spaceballs 2? Let's see here. Nearly 40 years after the release of Star Wars, parody Spaceballs, a sequel to the original cult classic, is finally underway. Spaceballs 2 is officially in development. Yes! Oh my god! That made my night. Oh my god, I'm so excited. When? When is it going to be coming out? The people need to see it. I want to see it. I'm sorry to my neighbors. I shouldn't be screaming right now, but I'm excited. I'm excited. That was great news. Let's see. Let's see if they have a trailer out. I doubt they will, Joey, but we'll see. We'll see if they have a trailer yet. Oh, I cannot wait. Well, I don't care that Mel Brooks is like almost 100 years old. You know? He's almost in his hundreds. He better make a cameo. If he's making it, he's directing it. He better come back as President Scroob. He better. I don't care if he's like, I think he's not 100 yet. Hang on, let me find out. How old is Mel Brooks? I know he's close to 100. I'm gonna guess 97. I mean, he's up there. That was my guess. Let's see. How old is Mel Brooks? Enter. I was close. I said 97, and on Google it says Mel Brooks is officially 98 years old. I was close. I was only one off. Oh, Lord. Lord, oh, Lord, oh, Lord, oh, Lord. Let's see if we can find a trailer. I don't know. It may be too early for a trailer because it just said it's in development, but let's see. Spaceballs 2 trailer. Oh, they have a teaser out. Oh, Lord. But is this a real teaser? Or did someone just make this? Hopefully, Dark Helmet will come back. I mean, I don't see why he wouldn't. Well, I should say, I thought Rick Moranis would be back in Ghostbusters, and he hasn't. He's only done one phone commercial since he's gotten back into acting. I don't know. I would love to see him play Darth Helmet again. Let's see what this is.
God willing, we'll all meet again in Spaceballs 2. The search for more money.
This is true. The search for more money. Merchandising! Where the real money from the movie is being made and all this other fucking shit. Yogurt! Who hasn't heard of yogurt? Yogurt the wise. Yogurt the all-powerful. Yogurt the magnificent. Please, 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 please. I'm just simple yogurt. I fucking love that shit. I love it! I think somebody made this. I don't think this is an official teaser trailer, but whoever made this, it does look quite nice. It does look quite nice. Give me 1 second here so I can watch this in its entirety. Oh, nice! Yeah, I think somebody made this, but whoever made it, they did put a lot of time and effort into it. This looks great. I like it.
Hello, world star.
Pizza the Hut. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. All right, let's see here. We need 4 more. Hang on, let me get back to the chat. Well, Joey, you just made my night, buddy, because, listen, who doesn't love Spaceballs? Spaceballs is fucking great. It's great. Let's see here. There's no trailer yet. This is true, because I just found out that one was probably a fan made it. A fan-made one, but it was still pretty good. It's in early development. I do know that, Nancy. I cannot wait to watch that. Again, they better not fuck up Fears' childhood. Tim Burton's classic Beetlejuice is you can't touch it, but someone decided to make a sequel. Sometimes I get a little weary on sequels. Sometimes they're good, and sometimes they are shit garbage. So, I love the ending of Beetlejuice. I've said it many times. Yo, there goes Elvis. Yo, King. That's the greatest scene in Beetlejuice. Him sitting on the couch, feeling that dead girl's leg, and then she hits him with a book, and he's like, oh, I'm sorry I didn't see you there. And then he, like, talks to the fucking voodoo guy. Oh, my God, that's my favorite scene. I fucking love it. Speaking of Beetlejuice, I need to put that on the list. Beetlejuice. All right, let's see what else. So far we got Ghostbusters, The Goonies, Halloween 1, Escape from New York, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, Phone Booth, Christmas Vacation, A Christmas Carol, 1950s, starring Alistair Sim. In my opinion, that's the best Christmas Carol. There's a lot of versions of A Christmas Carol, but to me, my mom's from England, as you guys know. She grew up on that one. And so when I was very, very, very little, she goes, John, there's a lot of versions of A Christmas Carol, but I want you to watch this black and white one. And I pretty much fell in love with it. So I do have all the other versions of A Christmas Carol up here somewhere. But I always watch Alistair Sim's first. Okay, and then we've got, let's see, we got Halloween 3, Indiana Jones 1 through 3, Back to the Future series, Friday the 13th 1 through 3. I like more than that those are just my two faves, you know, number 1 and number 3. Plus, Visions, you know, like, he's alive pretty much all the way till 4. 4, he officially dies. That machete goes, like, right through his face. He comes back to life in number 6. Like, with some Frankenstein bullshit, you know? Oh, God, there's a metal pole, and it just happens to get struck by fucking lightning? Are you insane? And then Jason causes mad chaos. And all hell breaks loose upon them. Yo, what's up, Shuffler? He says, so what's new? You know, bullshitting about movies. Still no girlfriend. Work is work. You grab a box, you scan it, you load it. You grab a box, you scan it, you load it. So, nothing really new. I will say that Joey gave me some fantastic news. There's going to be another Spaceballs. Spaceballs 2. The Search for More Money. So, that's new. I want to watch Beetlejuice 2 and Deadpool and Wolverine are on my movie list. Oh, yeah, me too. Hugh Jackman is coming back as the Wolverine. And he's great. He's a great actor. And I don't understand. He's Australian, right? They've never asked Hugh Jackman once to be in a Mad Max movie. Can't you see that, Visions? Now, Chris Hemsworth, he's awesome. I cannot wait to see that, the newest installment of Mad Max. I can't remember what it's called. It's about, like, Mad Max's girlfriend, the girl with the red hair, and she's got the black, like, dye around her eyes or whatever. But I'm telling you, Hugh Jackman, he's like a man's man. He needs to be in a fucking Mad Max movie. I'm just saying. He would be a great addition. I don't know if he would... I don't know if he could... I don't know if I see Hugh Jackman as Mad Max, but to see him in a Mad Max movie would be pretty sweet. So yeah, Shuffler, you make a good point. I do want to see all three of those. I want to see... I'm sorry, those two. I want to see Deadpool and Wolverine as a team, and then I'm curious. I hope they did Beetlejuice justice. I've seen the trailer. They got all the essential elements. They got the netherworld, you know, the waiting room, because you see Beetlejuice in the waiting room. And then they've got, I forgot what those worm things are called. You know, like when they step out of the house? Sandworms. Sandworms, that's what it is. They got the sandworms in there. They got Beetlejuice. They got Lydia Dietz. And they got Lydia Dietz's mother. And we all know why Lydia Dietz's dad is not in the film. That Jeffrey Jones crazy motherfucker. He was in so many good movies, and then he ruined his career by doing some Matman shit. That's right. I'm not making it up. Jeffrey Jones was like in Howard the Duck. He was in Beetlejuice. He was in, what's the one about the high school kid that ditches school? Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And we had no idea that Jeffrey Jones was a sick fuck. And then we find out that he is a sick fuck. So thank God he's not in Beetlejuice 2. Anyway, let's see. Yo, what's up, Walter? Shuffler says, I agree on the Mad Max thing you said. Yeah, I mean, I would love to see Hugh Jackman in a Mad Max movie. he's got that he's a man's man. He's got that quality to him. I could see Hugh Jackman kicking ass and taking names in a Mad Max movie. I don't know if he did play Mad Max, that would be cool. But I don't know. I don't know if I can see Hugh Jackman as Mad Max, but just to have him in a Mad Max movie, that'd be pretty sweet. Hugh Jackman does great action movies. Oh, that he does. Oh, yeah. Speaking of action movies, I just thought of one more for the list. Keanu Reeves' Speed. Not Speed 2. Speed 2 sucks. It's all about Speed 1. So, Speed 1. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Amazing. Bill and Ted. Bogus Journey, it's alright. It is funny, but my favorite out of the whole series is Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Bill and Ted Face the Music, still a good sequel, just not as good as number 1. So, Bill and Ted make the list. And then, let's see. Oh! The very first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. Classic. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, motherfucker. Alright, these are the ones that make the list, my friend. Top 20 of Fears' favorite movies. I do have more than top 20. Maybe one of these days I'll do like a top 100 movies that Fears loves. But right now, let's do a top 20. So, the very first one on the top of the list, you guys know, Fears is like a broken record when it comes to Ghostbusters. But I love it that much. Number 1 is Ghostbusters. Number 2 is Goonies. 3 is Halloween. 4 is Escape from New York. 5 is Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. 6 is Phone Booth. 7 is A Christmas Vacation starring the myth, the man, the one and only Chevy Chase. Number 8 is A Christmas Carol, 1950s starring Alistair Sims. Number 9 is Halloween 3. Number 10 is, I couldn't pick, just Indiana Jones 1, 2, and 3. Back to the Future series is number 11. All of those movies are fucking great. Number 12 is Friday the 13th, 1 and 3. 13 is Spaceballs. 14 is Mario Brothers. Bam! The live action right over there. Number 15 is Aladdin, the cartoon. 16 is A Nightmare Before Christmas, the cartoon. That's another one that I would love to see in a live action version. Live action A Nightmare Before Christmas, I think would be sweet. Beetlejuice, Speed 1, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the movie. Oh yeah, there we are. There we go. There we go. Let's see. In my opinion, Hugh Jackman is a bit of a flamboyant Broadway-type actor. He's not very convincing as an action movie tough guy to me. Well, you are entitled to your opinion. I think he could pull it off. That's just me. I think I can, but we all are entitled to our own opinions, my friend. I think he could pull it off. Let's see. Shuffler says, I like Ghostbusters. Don't you mean you love Ghostbusters? You just like it? That's it, Shuffler. I'm blocking you. You're gone. You're gone. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. I'm just joking. I don't care. I'm just playing around. Shuffler was like, oh shit, I'm a little nervous. No, I'm just playing around. I was just playing around. I like Ghostbusters. Also want to see the latest one. Oh, the latest one's good. I really enjoyed Frozen Empire. I gave it a 9 out of 10 and the reason why I gave it a 9 out of 10 is because nothing will surpass the 80s, the original Ghostbusters. But very good sequel, Shuffler. Very enjoyable sequel. All the old Ghostbusters come back. Some new Ghostbusters are introduced and added to the clan. A bigger containment unit. Now they have a Ghostbusters, like, massive lab outside of the Ghostbuster firehouse. So, yeah. So now there's 2 containment units. There's the little one inside the firehouse, and then there's a massive one in the Ghostbusters laboratory. So, that's fucking awesome. Yo, what's up, Tinder Immortal? Live action Nightmare Before Christmas would really be a nightmare. Really? Really, Tinder Immortal? I would love to see it. I really would love to see it. I don't know who would play Jack Skellington. They'd have to find like a real tall, skinny man, you know, to play Jack Skellington. But I would love to see it because I do love the animation cartoon of A Nightmare Before Christmas. I watch it every Christmas, every Halloween, you know. I even watch it leading up to Halloween. Like as soon as it hits October 1st, Fears pulls out all of my horror movies, and I watch 1 or 2 horror movies a day around Halloween. So I can't wait. And I'm going to keep a list. I'm going to keep a list of all the horror movies that I watched during the Halloween season. So as soon as it turns October 1st, Fears will be keeping that list, and I'll probably keep it in here. So yeah, I got caught lacking. No, you weren't lacking, Shuffler. I was just joking around. I was playing around, buddy. You're right that Ghostbusters theme original rules. Oh, it is. Well, I wasn't just talking about the theme song. I was talking about the reason why I gave Frozen Empire a 9 out of 10 is because nothing will surpass the original. It's still a good sequel, though. You and Tinder Immortal are going to love it, Shuffler. Oh, yeah. Jack would look like Slender Man. This is true. I mean, kind of, you know, because Jack Skellington is like, I don't know, he's like, what, that skinny? You know, between Fears' 2 index fingers, you know? Well, my thumb and my index finger. He's super skinny. So, yeah. Surprised Indiana Jones didn't make the list. Oh, you were not listening, Nancy. Oh, they did make the list. They did. Right here, Nancy. You weren't listening! I'm just joking around. They did make the list, though. Hang on. They did make the list. Indiana Jones 1 through 3, right here. Number 10. Indiana Jones, right there. Sorry, my handwriting is like chicken scratch. Not a lot of people can read it. I can read it. Let's see. Vision says, good joke, Fears. You forgot the essentials. Sleepaway Camp. Oh, my Lord. Oh, Lord. You know what? Visions, you are right about Wizard of Oz. Didn't I put Wizard of Oz? Hang on. I thought I did. No, I did not put I gotta add Wizard of Oz. But he says, good joke, Fears. You forgot Sleepaway Camp. Listen, there's a lot going on in that fucking movie. Edward Penis Hands. I will never. Visions, we're buddies, we're pal. I watched the trailer, but I think that's all I can watch. You and Mrs. Visions can have at it with Edward Penis Hands. I'm good. But I do admit on Wizard of Oz. So I'm going to put 21 Wizard of Oz, because that is a classic. But yeah. Yeah, you guys can have at it with Edward Penis Hands. No. I did admit it was funny. It was very funny. I was losing my mind when I watched the trailer. He's all like, I'm not complete. And he just throws up his hands. And there's no hands to be found. There's all like these little penis fingers. And I about fucking lost my goddamn mind. I was like, I'm like, who the fuck makes this shit? And I was on the floor, almost in a fucking cardiac arrest. I was laughing so hard, Visions. You see how red I am here? I was more tomato face. I was a goddamn, like, I was a field of tomatoes. It was hilarious. Nancy was slacking. Oh, you were, Nancy. Open up your eyes! I'm just joking, Nancy. It happens. But no, of course, Indiana Jones, of course, makes the list. I was just unsatisfied with number 4 and number 5. But 1 through 3, Indiana Jones 1 through 3, solid movies. 4, it's a little crappy. 5, it's really crappy. But since it's the very last Indiana Jones that we'll see with Harrison Ford in it, Fears did buy it, and it's right down, let's see, where is it? Where did I put it? Hang on. Oh, where are you? Oh, right here. It's right there. It's under Duel. And Duel is a fantastic movie. But there it is, Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones. Oh, yeah. Anyway. That was funny, though, Visions. I don't know if I could sit down and watch the whole thing. But the trailer was fucking making me lose my mind. It was pretty funny. All right, let's continue on. Today's reviews, I watched Searching last night, and I watched The Beauty and the Beast live action last night, and then today I watched The Birds. So yeah, so I got off of work at I think it was 8:30, but by the time I drove home, it was 9, and I had some breakfast, 2 slices of toast, and a bowl of strawberries, and then I went to sleep, and then I woke up around 1-ish, and did some chores, and then about 20 minutes before I started the stream, I finished watching The Birds. Fantastic film. Fantastic film. I hope I didn't make anyone nervous by me yelling. I was just joking around. I'm not mad at Shuffler. I'm not mad at Nancy. I was just joking around. But, so, I hope anyone didn't take it to heart. Yeah. It's not that I don't like Sleepaway Camp Visions. That surprise ending, man, that took fears a little back. And I'm supposed to be the master of horror, but there was so much crazy shit in that movie. But I will admit, I was on my trip, Visions, and I asked my friend Travis, I said, have you seen this Sleepaway Camp? And he goes, oh, Fears. He goes, I know what you're going to say. He goes, I watch your streams all the time. I went, okay. I'm like, what am I going to say? And he's like, I know you've got mixed feelings with it. I said, not really mixed feelings. I said, just, it's a shocker, the first one. There's a lot of crazy shit in it, like transvestite, then that fat guy is like a pedo, the fat guy that gets burned with the hot water, he wants Angela. And Angela is like, what, 12, 13? So I'm like, this is fucking nuts. Then, what makes it even worse is, that old guy, not the old guy, the fat guy, thinks that Angela is a woman, but it's really a man. So there's all that shit. And then the police officer is so dumb. After one death, that camp should have been closed down. And he's like, maybe it's an isolated incident. Isolated incident? My fucking ass. You need to fucking close that camp and get the fuck out of here, And he makes all these excuses. And then, I still don't know if the aunt is a man portraying a woman, or if the aunt is really a woman just with a deep voice. So the aunt was freaking me out. She was like, we already have a son. I want a daughter, and I will have a daughter. I just bought you all these nice dresses and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? It was nuts. But my friend Travis told me Vision. He's like, well, Fears, he goes, you'll probably like Sleepaway Camp 2 a little bit more. And I'm like, how? I said, I don't understand how she can come back to the exact same camp. She murdered 10 people. And he's like, well, it's a little bit in the future, Fears. It's a couple years have went by, and now Angela is a little bit more, older and shit. And I'm just like, okay. He goes, plus it's a little bit more cheesier, so. I do like the film, but the first one was quite shocking. So, I can't wait to watch number 2, number 3, and number 4. I think Pixel told me there's 5 of them. I could be wrong. There's either 4 or 5, but yeah. Shuffler says, nah, I'm good. I like your sense of humor. Keep being yourself. Well, there you go, buddy. Well, I hadn't got to joke around with you guys for quite a long time, so yeah, I was just joking around though. I don't know about you guys, but the weather has been really shitty ever since I got back home. Today's the 22nd. I got back home on the 15th. And I think in between those days, from there till now, it's rained pretty much every day. But the last 3 days, it's been nonstop, like torrential downpour. Last night when I was driving to work, I was driving through tons of rain. I got off of work at like 8:30. On the ride home, it was still raining. It was nuts. It was crazy. All right, let's get to these reviews. This one was very interesting. It takes place on every type of window you can possibly imagine. On a cell phone window, a computer window, you see a television come on and the main character is like on the television. So it happens on every single screen you can possibly imagine. I think it's the first film to be on a computer screen. I think that's the first time they ever did that. And they use they use security footage, they use GoPro footage, they use cell phone footage, computer, window footage, all that. And I think it's the first time. Yo, Pirate Gaming. What's going on? He says hello. Well, peace. Hello to you too. I think this is the first one to do it. I did watch the sequel. This one's called Searching. And then a couple months back, I watched Missing. Missing is right up here. Right up there. And then a lot of people copied this type of movie. Like, if you guys have ever seen the horror movie Friend Request, it takes place all on computer screens and cell phones and GoPro footage and then Friend Request 2, The Dark Web. They did that again. And then there's a horror movie with the porn star. I don't think she does porn anymore, but she's in it. Elijah Wood is in it, and Sasha Grey. And that one's called Windows. So it has done before, but I think this is the first time they had made a film like that where it's all on computer screens. It's kind of like a whodunit type of movie. His daughter is supposed to come back from school, and he's like, all right. He's like, well, we need to have a serious talk when you get home, and something happens, and she doesn't come home, and so he's kind of an older adult, and he doesn't know much about technology, so he has to, like, create a Facebook, and then get on her Facebook, and he starts talking to, like, all of her friends, like, hey, have you seen my daughter? When that doesn't work, he asks the neighbors, and calls the neighbors on the phones, and does a bunch of FaceTime calls with his neighbors and his friends, and then when that doesn't work, he calls the police, and it just escalates from one thing to another. And I'm not going to tell you the ending because it's such a good twist at the end. So Fears is going to give it a 9 out of 10. A 9 out of 10 because I like the creativity, how they first put it on all the computer screens. I know it's been done to death now, but this is the first time that they did it. So it was pretty ingenious. I can't believe someone didn't think of it before. But yeah. So 9 out of 10. I would say my two favorite scenes are the twist at the end, and then when he figures out how to, because he's kind of an older dad, when he figures out how to, like, get into his daughter's Facebook. That's a cool scene because he's getting closer. He's getting closer and closer, and then his brother helps him out. So very interesting movie, but very good movie. So 9 out of 10. I really did enjoy it. Yo, Dr. Jenkins, what's up? Yo, Geo Dudes. He says, dung. See, now you're getting it. Now you're getting it. Good to see you, Geo Dudes. I just reviewed this one. I liked it. I liked it a lot. And then last night, so I watched this last night, and I watched this last night. And I watched this, and I finished watching this classic, like probably 20 minutes before I started the stream. So I'm going to save the best for last, because out of all these three, this is my favorite. It was so good. So big shout out to Alfred Hitchcock. Hitch. I enjoyed it. Even though it's super old, it's super good. I'll be honest. This one, the cartoon is way better. The cartoon is way better. There are some good scenes in the remake. That's all I'm going to say. 8 out of 10. Well, no. 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 for this one. It was an okay watch. Emma Watson did a really good job as Belle. The same guy that plays the Beast plays a young Charles Dickens. He's a British actor. Very good actor. So it was alright. It was alright. A solid watch. It was an okay watch. Right in the middle. 7 out of 10. Wasn't bad. It wasn't good. It was just a decent watch. Oh, favorite scenes? Probably, let's see here. Probably when Belle and Gaston talk for the very first time. That's always a classic scene. And they kind of remade the scene almost like the cartoon. They changed a few little things here and there. That's a good scene. And then probably the ending when he transforms back into the prince, and then everyone's happy, and that's a good scene. So those two scenes out of the remake and the cartoon are some of my favorite. So yeah. Geodude says, I just got done watching Coming to America. The new one, the sequel, or the old one, Jason? I've yet to watch. They did make a sequel to Coming to America, and I haven't got to watch that yet. But if it's the original, that's a good movie. The original Coming to America is fantastic, my friends. And I did buy some steelbooks. I haven't done an exact count. I kind of lost track of how many steelbooks I have. Jason, you're probably still in the lead, but either tonight or tomorrow, I'm going to count all my new steelbooks that are in this box, and then I'm going to count all my old steelbooks that are here and over here, and I will have an exact count of how many steelbooks I have in a couple of days. I'll let you know. So yeah. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan is Lumiere. This is true, Jason. And he did a fantastic job in my opinion, he did a fantastic job in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. I know it's only, I think it's a mini series. It's got like 6 or 7 episodes in it. I loved the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. I know there's some people in the Discord. I know for a fact, maybe he just said it because he doesn't like me and I don't like him. Or maybe he just legit didn't like it. But I know Quentin did not like Obi-Wan Kenobi. I know he was shitting on it. I loved it. I loved the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. And I think he did a great job as Lumiere. So yeah. I agree. I definitely agree. Alright, I saved the best for last. Now, I seen bits of it. And I didn't get to watch this one in film school. But before, finally, I got to sit down and watch it all the way through. If you watch this movie, I can only imagine the people, like in the 50s and 60s, sitting down and watching this for the first time. I guarantee you, whenever they made this and it came out, I bet you, for the people in the theater, it was fucking terrifying. I loved it. It definitely gets a 10 out of 10. It is a little old, but man, Hitchcock was a great director. And I'm not just giving it a 10 out of 10 because Alfred Hitchcock made it. I'm giving it a 10 out of 10 for 3 reasons. 1, it's Alfred Hitchcock. He's the man. That's number 1. Number 2, I enjoyed it. It was a great movie. Every scene, it's like pretty damn perfect. And then the third one, I love how Alfred Hitchcock took something very simple that, it wouldn't be scary. Usually people don't get scared of birds, you know? And you wouldn't look at a bird and say, that's a monster. you know? So he took something very harmless and very... Usually birds are very sweet and very gentle creatures, and he turned it into like a living nightmare, and the birds become a nightmare. The birds become the monster. And we all know that Fears loves monster movies. I love monster movies, and for Hitchcock, I'd say The Birds is his monster movie. You know, because Psycho's more of a slasher movie, you know? Because Norman Bates is a monster, but he's a different type of monster. He's a serial killer. He's not, like, The Birds is like a typical monster movie. Like, I love all the new monster movies like Tremors and all that shit. I love all the original monster movies like Creature from the Black Lagoon. I just recently watched that and reviewed it for you guys a couple weeks back. And the Wolfman and Dracula and Frankenstein and all that. I still have that big thing. I've only watched 2 movies off that, so I need to get back to all those monster movies. But Fears is going to give it a 10 out of 10. Very good. And I'd say my favorite scene out of the entire movie is when the birds attack not just the main actress, but the main actress and the whole town, and she runs into a phone booth, and there are so many birds just crashing into the phone booth, cracking the glass. The birds make some guy driving a car slam his car into another car. They both explode, and then there's fire, and there's gasoline everywhere, and all crazy madness is happening through the town because of these fucking birds. That's probably my favorite scene. My second scene is when the birds finally calm down at the end, and the main male actor says, I'm going to go outside and into the garage, and I'm going to turn on the radio of the car and figure out what the fuck is going on. So he turns on the radio, and he's kind of listening that the bird strikes, the bird attacks have been, like, happening, like, they'll attack for a couple minutes, and then they'll be calm for, like, 4 or 5 hours, and then they attack again, and they say, when the birds are calm, that would be the best time to get the fuck out of there. So he's like, all right, this is my chance. So he turns off the radio, and very quietly, he lifts the garage door open, pulls the car out. There's birds everywhere. Sneaks back into the house. Tells, like, the lady, I guess it's kind of like his girlfriend, or they're starting to really like each other. He tells her and his mom and his daughter, this is the best time to get the fuck out of here. Like, let's get going. So they quietly walk out the front door, and there's millions of birds. And at first, the girlfriend is like kind of freaking out. She's like, no, and he's like, shh. He's like, shut the fuck up, be quiet. And then he's like, it'll be all right. And then they quietly like get in the car and then drive off. And that's probably my second favorite scene. And then probably the last thing I like about the birds is I loved it how usually in monster movies they tell you why the monster was created, why the monster attacked, how the monster died, all that shit. In Alfred Hitchcock's The Bird, he doesn't say any of that. He doesn't tell you why the birds attack, what reason they attacked, why the birds were, like, forming in groups. Because usually birds don't, like, different types of species of birds don't usually, like, chill together. They usually, like, all right, the crows are over here, the pelicans are over here, the red birds and the black birds are over here. They don't really associate all together. But in this movie, they're all together. So I like that he didn't even say any of that. He just says, look, I don't care why it happened. It just fucking happened. They did the same thing in Tremors. And they actually kind of did a joke about it. Like, everyone's trying to figure out, well, where the fuck do these creatures come from? Like the graboids. Like, have they always been here on Earth? Are they fucking aliens? And these tremors came from another planet? And literally, Val and Bert, I think it's I don't know if it's Val or if it's Bert. Oh no, I'm sorry, not Bert. oh, what's the other guy's name? Val. Oh, Earl. Earl. Not Bert. Bert's the gun guy. Earl says it doesn't matter where they come from. What matters is we got to get the hell out of here. You know, or he says something like that. So I loved it that he didn't explain how the birds turned into a monster, why the birds are attacking people, why, and like someone in the film says, well, they could be rabid. Like maybe the birds got poisoned and they could be rabid. But that woman in the film was just kind of like guessing. And then I love how this old woman's like, birds are very gentle creatures. They would never attack anyone. They would never like be together in a group. And then all of a sudden the birds attack and they are in a group and they're pretty much like pecking away at somebody's eyeball and killing people. And then the main actor, the main dude, like kind of looks at the old woman like, do you believe me now, you fucking bitch? And she doesn't say not one word. She's all like, all right, fair enough, I'll shut up. Because now she knows that she was wrong. And all hell is broken loose outside. Like the little diner and shit. So yeah. I loved it. 10 out of 10. A great addition to the Fears collection. All right, well, before I end the stream, let's select another movie to watch tonight. I've been selecting a lot from the stuff that I bought on my trip. Let's go to the wall and select something. So I'm going to select one thing from the wall, and I'm going to select one thing from the box. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's see here. You know what? I started watching the series. I think it's time to finish the series. Because so far, Fears has watched... I've watched The Fly. I've watched the sequel to the remake The Fly. And I've watched the original The Fly. So I think it's time to watch the sequel. Tonight I'm going to watch Return of the Fly. So there we are. I'm gonna watch that. So there's that. So I'm just gonna put that here. Return of the Fly, and then let me grab something out of the box. Let's see here. Let's see here. I think I'm going to go with Drop Dead Fred. Great British actor is in it. I don't remember his name. What's his name? This guy, before he did Drop Dead Fred, he was in you guys have probably never heard of this British TV show, but me and my grandmother used to watch it all the time. It was about two idiots that lived, and they were pretty dumb. These two idiots that live in this apartment, or the British term, they were living in a flat. They were living in a flat, because a flat is another word for an apartment in England. They're living in their flat, and the title of the TV show was called Bottom, just Bottom, and he's in it. I think that was his first gig. I think this was his first American movie, I think. And in Bottom, he's a lazy bum that's always trying to get money without working. And then his bald-headed friend does have a job. And his bald-headed friend pretty much puts up with him and all of his schemes. And he's trying to, like, get money and do all these schemes without working. So, I always enjoyed that TV show. So, tonight's watches are Drop Dead Fred and Return of the Fly. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I haven't made dinner yet, so I'm going to make some dinner, and then I'm going to start watching. And then before I go to work, I'm going to have a little nap, and then wake up. I'm going to try to do a little editing, because I'm almost done with the Missouri vlog. And then I'm going to mosey on off to work. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Anyway, later. But Fears is taking off. But don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to my buddy, Geodudes. That's his second channel. His main channel is the Shadow Collector. He makes a lot of good shit. Follow Pixel, Lord Pixel, at the Pixel Protocol on YouTube. Follow the Sega Camp Gamer and Wear Camp on Twitch and on YouTube. And last, but certainly not least, follow Fears. John Fears at FearsMan26 on YouTube and Fears Vlogs. All right, Fears loves you guys. Fears cares about you guys. And this is Fears signing off. Peace, deuces. I'll see you guys later.